Freaking is up, gang. We're
There's
doing
literally two of us.
the Tournament 9 precast. Make sure you include your audio Sonic.
I already have.
Pretty cash. So today we are going to be discussing post Tournament 8 and pre-Tournament 9. Let's get started. What did you think of the Tournament 8 Sonic?
I mean, I think it kind of speaks for itself. We have a grand champion now, which is cool.
Yeah. I remember when you had a grand champion.
I won. Who was that again?
Yeah. Dude, no, having a winner is actually a pretty cool feeling, cause like, you know, having a renewal time is a fun time. It's very
I
exciting.
do kind of feel bad because you and Swan spent hours upon hours making the Tournament 8 map just for people, just to get a total victory and have to do it all over again.
Dude, honestly, this is story time. I remember I was like, dude, I'm so sick of these old maps, like the tournaments 1 through 6 maps. I'm kind of sick of them. And then I was like, I'm just gonna go do the renewal course. And Irish was like, no, you can't do that. It's illegal. and then I was just like, okay, what do you want me to do? And then Swan was like, here, I'll help you forge. So, because I didn't want to forge a whole new map with the same obstacles.
Yeah.
You know. So,
but didn't you end up having
Swan,
mostly the same obstacles?
Yes, all we changed was the decorations. Actually, I thought it looked really nice.
It did.
The stages.
I wish you'd have, well, I guess, never mind. We'll save that for the next segment.
Yeah. So, Tournament 8 results-wise, I thought it was, like, the perfect tournament. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Where did I fail again?
There was...
Jeep Run?
Yeah, you failed Jeep Run.
It is not the perfect tournament.
No. But, I mean, 11 clears is a solid number for a tournament like Tournament 8, where it was kind of an easier map.
That Jeep Run was not easy.
11 Stage 1 clears, 7 Stage 2 clears. Let's go through each competitor who's cleared and, you know, some shocking fails. So, let's start off with the first clear of the tournament, Blockman Mighty Max. That was pretty crazy to see, because he's competed in, I think, every tournament. I think he only missed out on one. And he hasn't gotten to the second to last obstacle. Actually, no, he has in Tournament 5. But, like, other than that, he hasn't really gone very close to clearing.
Yeah, I mean...
He just showed up and got to the Jimmy Neutron.
Spoilers for my Tournament 7. He's clearly had a thing. If it's not Rog's course, he's going to do bad. He's competing in every tournament in my course, and I think he failed Stage 1 5 times in a row, including 2 second obstacle fails. So, yeah, and now he's...
It was nice to see him clear on a different course. I know it was my course and all, but, like, he's finally doing something in the other ones, I feel.
Yeah.
Like, he's finally working towards that.
I think it's because Rog's course is now on hiatus, and now he has nothing to do.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything else to practice, so here he is. Let's see.
Who else cleared?
The next clear was Booker Taco, who got really close last tournament. He timed out literally on the final platform to the buzzer, and he showed up today. He still has yet to fail an obstacle on Stage 1, which is impressive.
Taco's a better jumper than I think people give him credit for, and I mean...
Oh, for sure. I mean, last time in Tournament 7... I'm not sure if you remember this or if you watched Tournament 7 all that much. It was kind of a boring tournament up until Stage 3. But Booker Taco, during his run, he literally got up the wall 3 times in a row but bounced off of it somehow. Like, he should have cleared last tournament. Like, he's solid. He's solid. I think he's gonna do some great things in Halo Infinite and late Halo 5.
On that note,
sure.
the Xbox One port of Halo Infinite might get cut.
Oh, dude, that was a whole rant in Discord yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, it was funny. I was like, if they don't have Infinite on Xbox One, consider me gone.
I genuinely think if the Xbox One port for Halo Infinite gets cut, I think jumping as a whole can be considered dead.
Yes, because not many people have computers that can
run a game like Halo Infinite.
Especially if Xbox One can't. Definitely not many PCs can. And what was I thinking? Yeah, that's a whole spiel, but we're talking about Terminate right now.
We're talking about Taka. I think Taka could definitely I could see him in like stages 2 or potentially even 3 in like the major tournaments.
I think Smokey plans on running one more Halo 5 tournament. I think Booker Taco will shock some people in that tournament.
I mean,
I'm excited.
Well, I wouldn't call it shocking because Smokey's stage 1 for that tournament is quite easy.
I mean, we saw Pedro. Pedro was a shot clear. He cleared on his first try.
On the Bloodbath tournament as well.
On the Bloodbath tournament, and he did in tournament 21. And I'm not going to spoil 22 for Smokey.
I don't remember how he did in 22, actually.
I remember how he did. But clearing in those 2 tournaments, I feel like Booker's going to fill in the role.
Didn't he clear in 19 as well, on that note?
Fresh guy. I don't think Pedro competed in 19.
Which one was his first? Oh, yeah, you're right.
His first appearance was in tournament 20.
Yeah,
19 was my first.
Why do I not remember that?
19 was my first stage 1 and 2 clear. That was my blow up tournament.
Along with Rog and Flame, right?
Yeah. Alright, let's move on to the next clear on my course. So, next we had Chris, who competed for his 3rd ever time. And 3rd time was the charm on stage 1.
Why is he competed for your course 3 times? I didn't even know that.
Let's see. He competed in tournament 4. Failed the second to last obstacle. The crooked wall was in tournament 4. Yeah. And then in tournament 5, he failed the log grip. Tournament 6 and 7. I believe I asked him if he wanted to compete, and the times never aligned right. For when he wanted to do it, and I had 25 or 50 runs at that point, so it was the point. But he showed up this tournament, and yeah, I mean, getting a clear was pretty impressive.
How did he do on stage 2? I don't think I watched his run.
We'll get to stage 2.
Okay.
We'll discuss stage 2.
I mean, good for him, I guess.
Next clear we had was shocking to see him as well. Pretty shocking to see him compete. And to clear as well was pretty good. I remember he competed like it was almost midnight, and I had 49 runs and like 16 randos.
It was probably drunk.
And then he was like, "Yeah, I'll do a quick run," and he beat stage 1 after like 2 attempts of practice while I was setting up my Twitch stream. And he cleared, so yeah, in his first attempt he timed out.
Oh wow.
Fun fact, at the buzzer. And then his second attempt he just got there in like 0.6 seconds.
Oh boy.
So I'm gonna lock the party real quick.
No, that's actually.
Oh wait, Sonic, you can lock the party.
Ahem. We had a wild Drew TV storm the stage. He's gone now.
Okay. Yeah. We had like a raid. Quick interruption. So yeah, it was cool to see him clear. I mean, he was the first ever clear in Halo Sasuke. Fun fact. He competed in tournament 1.
I thought the first clear was Vulcan.
No, Vulcan didn't clear in Tournament 1.
What was
Yeah,
he, the first
Sonic
run?
clearly knows his stuff.
I don't really. Why am I
So
the
in
best?
Tournament 1, was the first person run order-wise to clear. I don't know about chronologically, but, yeah, competed in Tournaments 1 and 5 prior. No, Tournaments 1 and 6 prior to this tournament. And he came back for Tournament 8 and, cleared, so that was cool. He probably puts the least time into my tournament out of the people who have cleared.
I mean,
But,
yeah.
cool to see him clear. Next on the list. I'm actually need to pull this up. Hang on a sec.
Oh, and you're gonna rag me for not knowing my stuff about your course. You don't even know your stuff.
There were 3 clears in Tournament 1. I mean... Alright... Or where is this? I remember I just put, like, the times and stuff into this. That's why I'm looking for it. Oh, I believe the next clear we had was Flame.
Huh.
So... Yes, because it went... I think I'm wrong. I might
You know
be
your
wrong.
course is easy if a donkey can clear it.
Okay, no, this is the actual list. Okay, so... Our next clear... was Strafe Helix, wearing 38. I was surprised to see him clear, because he cleared in, like, Tournament 3 and 5.
No. Who are you talking
No,
about?
3 and...
Who are you
Strafe.
talking? You mean
Pee-pee.
Mr. Pee-pee?
I'm not calling him that. Just so we're all aware. I'm not doing that on this podcast.
Yes, we
I
are.
refuse. You can do that.
Alright.
I'm not. Yeah, he cleared. I was surprised to see him clear because he's failed mid stage 1 the past 2 tournaments.
Vulcan's very.
So yeah.
Vulcan's a wild card for sure.
Yes, he
And the smaller
definitely is.
courses.
Definitely is because he doesn't practice. Oh wait, that's rude. Never mind. Anyways, let's move on. Next clear was Flame. Last time Flame cleared was last tournament, where he failed the you could bet on the freaking zip ties because it took out like 7 people. And in the tournament 4 was the time he cleared before that, and he got to stage 3. The best run to not be shown prior to stage 1. Message from Tricky Cyrus is probably asking for an invite. We are not going to be inviting him.
Yeah, Drew and Cyrus sent me a message. I didn't even bother to check it.
Alright, just let them know we're filming a thing.
I did.
Alright, our next runner is Joey Davis cleared. I don't think this comes as a surprise to many.
It
quite
doesn't.
frankly. But he killed it though. He cleared with the fastest time.
I mean,
Got up the mega wall. He did what he had to do, and
I
there
I
were
think if he keeps it up,
26 seconds left.
he could be a really good jumper one day.
Oh yeah, better than Sonic.
Ow! Why is everyone hating on me these days?
It's a meme at this point.
It is.
So Joey Davis, not much to talk about. We knew going into it that he was gonna practice really hard, and it showed. Definitely showed. And then for number 45, DHG Fireball. I don't think that comes as a
My controller
surprise.
batteries are dying. Be right back. Cut to the commercials.
Alright, I'm running the podcast officially. So, while we wait for Sonic, I'm gonna discuss Fireball's clear. Fireball had the second fastest time, which was cool. He was one of 3 people to get up the Mega Wall in the tournament. Pretty rad. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Fireball. Sonic needs to get back here, so this discussion gets longer. Next clear, Hunter unit. Not a surprise. He's cleared pretty much every time at this point. He hasn't failed since Tournament 2. He has not failed Stage 1, so we'll see if we can keep that streak going into Tournament 9. It's very unlikely, looking at the course. Some streaks will be dead. 48, Weapon Mat. Yeah. He would go on to win, but so no surprise there. And then Pedro. Not much of a surprise. He practices. So that's it for Stage 1. I'm just waiting for Sonic to get back.
And we're back!
Dude, you timed that perfectly. I finished explaining everything else on Stage 1.
Oh, okay, cool.
And the time
And we're back!
Alright, so to recap, the clears were Mighty Max, Booker Taco, Chris, Strafe, Flame, Joey, Fireball, Hunter, Matt, and Pedro.
Now I have a message
All right.
from Cheese.
Oh my goodness. Why does everybody want to join this party right now?
I don't know. Anyway, Stage 2.
Alright. Stage 2. I'm trying to find the results on Stage 2. Alright, here
Yeah,
they are.
Cheese wants an invite now. Hang on,
We're
I'll
not
tell him.
inviting him. He's gonna want in even more if we tell him we're doing a podcast, but he doesn't know anything about the topic, so it's not like we should do it. Alright. Moving on to Stage 2. The first person to go, Blockmaster, went out on Jimmy Neutron. I'm not gonna lie, for him getting to Stage 2 for his first time, I think that's a pretty solid run. And to Jimmy Neutron. It's a very failable obstacle.
The Jimmy Neutron sucks, man.
Dude, it's such a good obstacle, though. It's very unique. I think that's what separates it from the other ones. It's unique. And the next competitor, if I am looking at this correct, to go was Booker Taco, who failed the salmon ladder.
I wish he didn't fail the salmon ladder, man. I wanted to see him get further.
Dude, the best part of Booker's Stage 2 run was his interview. And his interview wasn't, like, crazy or anything.
Not a swan interview or anything.
Oh, no. That's a good story, actually. Swan initially had an interview, but he didn't include his audio to the stream. So, like, it was, like, the greatest interview ever, too.
Swan's interviews are always highlights of whatever tournament he does them in.
Oh, yeah.
Except Rog's Tournament 19. That one was kind of underwhelming.
Oh, yeah. Alright. The next person cleared Chris. Chris got all the way to Stage 3. Which
is surprising, but I mean, given how much he does jump maps, I mean, you can expect that.
You can expect it out of him. He's really, like, if he doesn't really show up much in the jump tournaments, but he is definitely a top 5 jumper outside of comps. Like, he can beat just about anyone.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by it, but the crowd probably definitely is.
Yeah.
The next clear, actually, it wasn't a clear, is Ump, who went out on, Ump went out on the zip ties.
Zip ties have always been brutal on your course. I mean,
Dude,
some
I
things
love
never
it
change.
though. I will forever love that obstacle.
Zip
I think
ties
it did its job perfectly.
Zip ties are officially an iconic obstacle on your course.
I think it did its job perfectly.
Hmm.
This tournament, at least. Last tournament was a bit of a deadly one, but I think it did its job this tournament. Then we had Strathgo, who also went out on the zip ties.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
And
he's a wild card.
I want to see the day that Strafe gets to a stage 3.
I mean,
on my course.
it's been to a stage 4. Oh, okay.
On my course. We might never see that day looking at the renewal course.
I mean, if he keeps his... yeah, I'm on the renewal course right now. I don't see that.
Let's see here. The next person to go was Flame, who cleared with like a quarter of a second left.
I mean, Flame's a good jumper.
The next person to go was Joey, who cleared with the fastest time on stage 2. Swept the fastest times. Except for stage 4, obviously, but I mean...
Spoiler alert. I think... Go ahead.
Joey Davis, I think, can clear next tournament. I don't think he can get to stage 3.
If he keeps up his incredibly sweaty practice regimen, then yeah, definitely. He could even get to stage 3, honestly.
Right. Next clear was Fireball. Who, I don't think that's a shock to many people. He's normally pretty consistently beating stage 2.
Yeah. I mean...
He is one of the top guys.
If he practices,
he's
if he'll
under the
practice
radar.
for a tournament, he's pretty much a lock to get to stage 2 or maybe even 3.
Yes, for sure. I'm putting on my stage 3 map just so that they can see stage 3. Because I did the announcement video already for stage 1. Next person to go, 47 in the run order. Hunter Unit cleared with 4 seconds left. Again, he failed the last 2 tournaments, but he was bound to make it back sooner or later to stage 3.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't done by stage 2, so that's good for him.
Yeah, and I mean, in tournament 6, he was the only one to fail stage 2. So, it's good to see him get that opportunity
nice
again.
Redemption tournament.
Yeah. Because that might be the last chance he... Wait, what? I've been hinting at this renewal being goated for like 5 years now. At this point. I can't wait to host a renewal. I can't say this enough. I'm so excited to host it. I've had it built for like at least 6 months.
That's a big
Like-
difference compared to 5 years. Let's just put that out there.
Oh, well, obviously that's a bit of a hyperbole on my end, but... Anyways, 47 was Hunter. The next runner was Matt, who won. There's not much to talk about Matt other than the
Did we
fact
talk
that
about what
he
the man
won.
on stage 1 and 2?
His yeah, I did. I talked about him on 1. Matt had very simple, it was a good clear. There was no real error.
Yeah. I mean, that's just how Weapon Man rolls.
Like, he's a very clean jumper. He doesn't really go messy and fast like I do.
Or Fireball.
I won't lie. But no, he had very smooth runs in all 3 of his stages.
4, you mean?
Yeah. I'm so used to not saying God. And then we had the last runner go was Pedro, who also had a very smooth run, clearing with the second fastest time, which was 6 seconds less than Joey. Like, Joey killed both stage 1 and 2.
Where
I think
did
that's
Joey fail
something
the
that
floating
needs
boards?
to be brought up. We'll get to that. But, yes. In stages 1 and 2, he killed it.
Indeed.
Alright, speaking of stage 3, let's move on to stage 3.
I thought we were on stage 3.
No, we're talking about stage 2. Wait, what?
I don't know.
Okay, the first person to go on stage 3 was Chris. And he failed the floating boards. And I'm not surprised he didn't get far on stage 3. Because he doesn't compete much. And
But I mean, hey, he got there. There's points for
he
that.
got there, which was what matters for sure. Then we had Flame, who failed the cliffhanger, that big transfer from the little glass covered ledge to the other one. You know what I'm talking about?
That cliffhanger is tough.
Dude, I'm shocked 2 people beat that.
But I'm not surprised by the 2 people who did beat it, though.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Then it was Joey who failed the floating boards.
I mean,
You know, Joey, he got to stage 3. That's what mattered to him. I knew that was what mattered to him going into the tournament. So him failing early didn't exactly shock me.
but it would have been cool to see him attempt the cliffhanger.
Of course. Then it was Fireball who made it all the way to Obstacle 6, the hook and ladder.
I'm surprised. I mean, wasn't the hook and ladder nerfed this tournament?
It was nerf compared to... It's pretty much the same as it was in Tournament 6 when he failed it there.
Yeah.
In Tournament 6.
But I mean, I would have expected him to fail the Mongoose escape more once he got to the once he got past the cliffhanger. That was my immediate reaction. But I mean,
Yeah,
still-
honestly, I expected him to fail the cliffhanger, so it was cool to see him get as far as he
I
did.
mean,
For sure.
second place is never bad.
You know, an obstacle that nobody's failed, but everybody was like, "This is so sketchy every time."
The around the
They
world.
do it. The Globetrotter, dude.
Is
that
is
thing-
that what I was talking
Yeah,
about?
that's what it's called. yeah, I think so. The windows.
Yeah, I thought you told me it was called around the world. Oh well, I'm stupid.
Did you not watch the tournament?
I was half watching it. Okay, I don't pay too much attention to the obstacle names.
Why are we here?
I don't know.
All right, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I know
Anyways,
most of the results,
Anyways, after Fireball was Hunter, who failed the cliffhanger. I
mean-
believe. Yes, he failed the cliffhanger.
I mean,
Hunter's 0-3 on cliffhangers on my course. So,
it was
are we
surprising.
really
but
surprised?
I mean, hey, he got there, so that's
I'm
again
joking. Love you, Hunter.
the theme of the tournament. He got there. That's what counts.
Oh, for sure. Then it was Weapon Mat. I mean, this guy, like, failed the first obstacle, right? You know?
Yes.
Do we even need to talk about his run on stage 3?
Probably not. I mean, it kind of speaks for
Yeah.
itself. I mean, I feel like we.
Dude, he had such a smooth stage 3 run. Like, I
Yeah, I
was
was gonna
watching and I
say
was
like
just like,
we
I
kind of
was
spoke
like,
about it in
bro,
stage 2.
I beefed this stage so hard. I'm jealous right now.
I
No,
mean,
actually, fun story. He went into it. He was like, I am failing that cliffhanger for sure. And then he beat it, and then he was like, oh, I'm failing this globetrotter now. And then he beat it. Then he was like, oh, guess I'm failing the hook and ladder.
and then he beat it. I mean, hey,
And
it's
he
a Joey's
literally did it
anti-karma
for
strat.
he literally did that for every obstacle up until the last. Like, well, he said that for the last obstacle. Up until he finished the stage, he set for every obstacle after the cliffhanger.
I mean,
But
I
no,
feel
it was
like we
crazy.
kind of spoke all about it in stage 2. I mean, he's a very clean jumper and he ran very clean, I guess is the term.
Dude, he showed up this tournament. Practiced or not.
He showed up and that's how he got.
Moving on to the last runner, I think it's time we talk about Pedro going down the cliffhanger. I expected Pedro to be on stage 4 with him. I was kind of concerned because
Yeah.
Matt, I believe, did his run first, and I was like, well, I still have Smokey and Pedro to go. I'm scared now.
I mean, if you told me that there was if you told me without like me knowing without me checking the result sheet that there was 2 people who beat the cliffhanger, I would have 1000% thought that Pedro was one of those 2.
Oh, for sure. And he was confident. Did you remember his interview? He was like, "Yep, I'm pretty much going in. I'm beating the stage." He did that for Irish's stage 2 as well, though. So I mean,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
I mean, I totally thought he would have gotten past the cliffhanger as well.
And then that's it for stage 3.
Yeah.
Now we just have stage 4 to talk about, and it wasn't a very long, stage 4 time.
And I mean, it wasn't very drawn out or anything, which I like, and just yeah.
I don't like to script that kind of stuff.
I don't
like stuff to be
script
scripted.
anything on my course.
That's the one thing I don't like about the 3 major courses stage 4s is that they always like line up. They're like, all right, do this and then do that and then do this. I'm like, just go onto the stage.
Yeah.
But Matt did that was like
Matt did an amazing job. I mean, that's kind of that pretty much just summarizes the entire tournament. Matt did an amazing job.
That's all you gotta say. I mean, for him, the next closest run being the 6th obstacle out of 8. I mean,
It's not
that
like
was
it was
crazy.
an easy tournament or anything as well.
And it's not like the other 2 obstacles are easy either. Like he killed that stage 3.
On that note, the manga's escape is complete and utter trash. Sorry.
Dude, I love that obstacle. I will forever enjoy it, and I want it to come back in a future tournament. But it will not be back for Tournament 9.
And that's a good thing. Well, isn't tournament? What is?
No,
Cole's-
it's replaced by the rolling dodge over there.
Oh dear. I want the manga's escape back.
Yeah.
So I guess we're
Let's
talking about
go
tournament
figure.
9 now.
Yeah, let's talk about some results. So, we're gonna do just predictions. Normal. There's 50 going on stage 1. Who's clearing? That type thing. I believe you're on stage 1 right now, so you don't really have to know
Yes,
the
I am.
obstacles. All right, I'm gonna get a note sheet out so I can type it all down.
And no,
So 50
yes,
going into stage 1.
Yeah.
So 50 for you, 50 for me. All right, how many of them are beating the first obstacle?
Okay, how many randos are there?
There's usually about 15 per tournament. I'm aiming for like 12 to 10 this tournament, though.
I'm
so
gonna say.
we'll see.
Then I'll say 12 on the dot. Not just because every rando feels that there's gonna be some person, like one of like a few of Booker's friends maybe who fail it. I mean,
So you are down to
and
38.
separate prediction, there's going to be only one person, and one person in particular, who's going to try and skip the that big roundabout jump
Oh yeah.
and hit the invisible wall and fail.
My prediction's gonna be a lot different from yours. I have 20 on the first obstacle.
Ooh, wow.
So I have 30 remaining. You have 38 remaining. Going into the second obstacle, the giant swing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 12 once again.
12 once again. These are very complicated predictions. I am going to call 5 out on the giant swing because I had a pretty brutal first obstacle situation. So you're down to 26. I am down to 25 going into the coin flip.
Um, I'll give it 5. I mean, it's a pretty basic obstacle. If you can get past the first two, you can get past the coin flip.
I have very similar predictions. I am also going to go with 5. So I have 21 and you are at 20.
What? I thought I'm 21.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you are.
Okay.
Now for 21 for you going into the dragon glider.
Oh boy. I have
You
21.
want me to just like cut 21?
I'm going to say 11.
11. Okay, so you're down to 10. I am going to say 12. So I am down to 8.
Okay.
Going into the 5th obstacle of stage 1. Christ.
I think you may have overbuffed this tournament.
I think they're pretty real estimations, though.
They
They're
are.
very possible. Okay, now you have 10. I have 8 going into the Dorito Dash.
I'm gonna say 3 fails.
3 fails, so 7 left for you. I am going to say 2. So I am down to 6. You are down to 7.
All right.
Going into the mongoose jump.
What about the warped wall?
Oh yeah, sorry. Is anybody gonna fail that warp ball that's remaining?
No.
Alright, the mongoose jump.
I mean, it's basic. I'll give it a singular fail.
Okay, so you're down to 6. I am going to give it 2.
Okay.
So you're down to 6. I am down to 4.
All right.
Alright, now for the ball bounce, the rolling ball bounce. I don't remember what I called it. Let me look real fast. The bouncing ball.
I mean, hang on. I'm about to get on it right now. I haven't gone to attempt it yet. You make your prediction first.
Alright, I predict 2 people to go out there.
I mean, let's see here. I just failed the
So I'm
mongoose.
I'm down to 2 going into the last.
I mean, it's a
final
tough
climb.
final obstacle. So, oh god, you're at 2. I'll give it. How many am I at? 6.
Mhm.
I'll say one person fails it.
So you're down to 5. I am down to 2. Going into the last obstacle, the Lego climb.
If you can get your limit's pretty easy. If they can get past all of that, you can get past a bunch of cylinders. Come on.
So you have 5 clears.
Yes, sir.
I am going to have 2 clears because I think you're
Pedro and
absolutely
Weapon Matt.
right. I didn't say that.
Well, I'm assuming that's
Who
what
are
you're saying.
let's have your 5 clears first off.
I'll say weapon mat. I mean, I feel like that's an easy one.
Mhm. Okay.
I'll throw down fireball. I think he could clear. He's a master of calming the jank, so that should help him in his quest to clear.
Right.
Um, I'll I hmm. You know what? I'll throw down Joey.
Joey Davis.
Um, I don't think if Smokey competes, I don't think he will clear. That's my upset pick of the tournament. um,
Smoke.
I don't think
That's
he'll clear.
upset.
Hmm. I don't think Taco or anyone like that will make it. I guess Petrillo probably is a good one to say.
Yeah. Right.
Hmm.
Pedro.
How many more do I need?
One more.
Um, I am going to say Rog.
Rog as the last clear. Alright, now for my predictions.
Your 2 predictions.
I think the first clear will be Pedro. Get that out the way. I think he's at a better pace than most other people right now on my course.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of practice, and I think that's very important in this tournament if you want to clear.
You can say that again.
And my upset pick is going to be Weapon Mat.
Not clearing?
As an upset pick.
What does he fail?
I think Weapon Mat will either fail the Dragon Glider, or he will fail somewhere later on, either of the later obstacles.
Okay. And your second clear?
My second clear will actually be Joey.
Wow. And you're the one who was talking, like, literally 5 minutes before this podcast, so I think people like Joey and Pedro are gonna crack under pressure and fail stage 1.
That was a joke. Okay, anyways. Stage 2 now. Do you, generally speaking, know the stage 2 obstacles?
I'm loading up the map right now, so I'm going to have a good idea of them.
Okay. So, let's talk about these predictions. Obviously, you are going a complete different direction than I am.
I mean, I'd say we're going in similar directions. I mean, I still think it's going to be a bad tournament. I think 5 clears is quite generous, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't want to rule out.
I think it's super generous. I'm like, okay, sure.
I mean, it truly depends on if if all the competitors can master the art of the jankiness. In my opinion.
And those will go to the people who practice the most. Hence why I made Pedro and Joey be the 2 clears.
Yeah. But I mean, you never know.
I think that the person getting 3rd place in the tournament could be either Matt or Smokey.
I could see that. How much does Smokey
Because they're going to
practice
use
for your
just their
course?
raw jump talent, and that's how far they're going to get.
Yeah.
Unless Matt, of course, does his not practicing, as usual. How do I think Smokey will do?
Yeah.
I think he could... he could fail the Mongoose obstacle, because I know he hates those.
Yeah. Alright, I have the map loaded up. I'm looking at it all right now.
Alright, so... you have 5 people going into the first obstacle, the maze slider.
No
How you
one's
think you're
gonna
gonna
fail
do?
this thing.
Okay, great. Double salmon ladder. I don't
Uh,
think anybody's failing on my half either.
remind me who I picked for stage 2.
Weapon map, Fireball, Joey, Pedro, and Rog.
No one will fail.
The double salmon ladder?
That is correct.
Okay. I think Joey will fail the double salmon ladder, leaving Pedro as the last man standing.
Okay.
Alright. You have 5 going into the curved spider walk.
I'm going to pick Rog to fit this.
Okay.
And
You have four going into the Jimmy Neutron.
that is correct.
Hence the fact that the 1 rotation rule is now gone.
I'll say Joey fails it.
Okay. Alright, you have 3 going into the metal spin.
I have Fireball, Weapon Mat, and Pedro, correct?
Correct.
Fireball is gonna try and go too fast, I bet, and it'll cause him to choke it. This is a tough metal spin for sure. And
Alright.
if any of the others like that I've already mentioned to fail can get past those obstacles, they'll go out of the metal spin, I bet.
Alright. Pedro and Matt going into the last obstacle, the water walls.
I predict them to clear.
Okay. Alright, you have 2 onto stage 3, and I have 1.
Alright.
Imagine
Cool.
that, 2 people on stage 2 and only 1 is, like, left to take on this freaking beast of a stage 3.
Yeah. It's tough.
Dude, people are watching me right now, dude. They know. They know.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, let me
I
know when
guess
you're
let's
ready.
get I'm ready whenever you are.
Alright, you have 2, I have 1 going into the rolling mongoose.
The roll mongoose it shouldn't be a problem for people, but you never know.
Alright. 2 going into Arby's Journey, which is a name that was made by Alex from NNL, might I add. The obstacle itself was designed. The concept was Alex from NNL's idea. So, fun fact of the day.
No failures.
Alright. You have 2 still. I have 1 still. On to the Discount Mirror's Edge.
The discount mirror's edge is a tough obstacle. It requires precision. It requires difficult stuff, and both of them are gonna beat it.
Ugh. That was the cringe. I think that's where the tournament's gonna end.
Ooh.
For me. So Pedro goes out on Discount Mirror's Edge. Because he's a newbie. He didn't try that.
No.
He was only in 1 tournament where that obstacle even existed.
Huh.
Well, technically so is Weapon Map, but... Okay, you do your predictions. I need to go do some for a quick second.
Hi everyone. Sonic here. I'm going to have, so let's move on here. We have the 4th obstacle, which is some new cliffhanger crap, and I have Pedro failing it, cause yeah, I honestly think his other cliffhanger was genuinely harder, like from last tournament. But yeah. Moving on, we have some weird spin cycle thing. I don't know what this is. It looks like something from American Ninja Warrior. but it looks annoying, and I think Weapon can clear it. And then we have the Rolling Dodge, which is the ultimate janky obstacle that I was going to use in Ninjas of Halo, but decided not to. And I think that's where the tournament's going to end, because Atlantic doesn't know when to stop when it comes to janky obstacles. Because, I mean, he brought back the E-Coaster. Like, that is the ultimate sin for janky obstacles. So, yeah, that's my predictions. Pedro fails cliffhanger, but Matt fails rolling crap. Um, so follow me on Twitch. I am MarioFan10193. Don't ask why. Um, yeah, follow me on Twitch. Follow me on YouTube. I'm Sonic Fan YT. Um, I've turned this entire podcast into plugging my own stuff because Nick is left. Um, so yeah, that's cool. Um, I've heard that Atlantic is doing a poll for Tournament 10, so that sounds fun. You should definitely check that out if you haven't already. I think it's in Atlantic's YouTube channel. It's one of his videos. You can actually vote for the obstacles that are featured in Tournament 10. Um, and you should do it because it's fun. And you actually get a say in what Atlantic has to do when he forages at night. So, I say that's cool. I dub that cool. Um, yeah, that's kind of all from me. Um, I don't really have much else to say, so I'm going to talk about Geico. Geico is our sponsor for this episode of Atlantic and Sonic's crappy podcasting. Um, 15 minutes to save 50% or more on Mongoose insurance. So I don't know why you wouldn't do it. And yeah, um, switch to Geico. You can save much, much more. um, yeah. So be sure to do that. Switch to Geico for your epic mongoose. um, yeah, I recommend it. It is Sonic approved. So I wonder where Atlantic went. He's probably eating some ravioli. If you haven't heard, Atlantic has an obsession with ravioli, and yeah, he loves ravioli and will stop whatever he's doing to eat it. It is a meme at this point. um, no one can stop Atlantic with his ravioli. Um, but I'm seriously concerned because I have no idea where he went, and I'm not about to spend 15 minutes talking absolute banter for this podcast. um, check out the Sweaty Madden League. I believe I believe it has a YouTube channel. It's a Madden League where we are all very sweaty, I guess, and fail to play Madden correctly. Um, yeah. I don't know why I'm still talking, but that's cool. Um, so let's cut to our other sponsor. We are also sponsored by State Farm. Um, there's not much to say about State Farm. It just has the guy who gives away good ratings for stuff. um, whoever was watching this podcast is probably gone by now. Um, so yeah, that's nice. But as but yeah, if you haven't subscribed to Atlantic's channel and like done all that, then do it now. Otherwise, I will haunt you in your dreams. There's nothing else that you can do about it. I will just haunt you in your dreams, and that's it. Um, yeah. I I don't know what to talk about. um, yeah. So, how's everyone's day doing? Hopefully it's all doing good. Um, yeah. I mean, I don't really know what to talk about. I feel like everything's kind of been spoken for, and for this podcast. But don't go anywhere yet, because Atlantic's gonna come back, and he's probably gonna surprise us all with some crappy, like, surprise moment. I have this to say, and that's not annoying at all times. That's definitely not really annoying when it does that. um, so eat your vegetables. Yeah, you heard me. You should eat your vegetables. Especially your ravioli, because ravioli's a vegetable. Um, why did Atlantic, where, I want,
Ba-da-ba?
where have you been?
What? Took an extra second, but
Well, everyone's probably gone now because I suck at talking.
oh yeah. It's
I've been
okay,
talking,
nobody's gonna last this long anyways.
I've been, like, just speaking filler for the last, like, 10 minutes and just plugging, like, every single channel there is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna stop the stream then, and then I'm gonna get off.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching this podcast that I probably ruined.